Hello students, welcome to the English lessons. Today we will cover lesson number 4. It is from the book Hornbill and the lesson's name is Landscape of the Soul. It is written by Nathalie Troveroy. So landscape means, in the reference to the lesson, it means a painting of a countryside or rural scenery. So coming to the chapter sketch of the lesson, talking about it. So the writer contrasts Chinese art with European art by recounting two stories about Chinese art and one story about European art in the lesson. The European want a perfect likeness, whereas in Asia, art is the essence of life and spirit. Chinese art requires the active participation of the viewer, both physically and mentally, to understand it. Now, talking about the characters in the lessons, the first one is Wu Daozi. So, Wu Daozi, the 8th century Chinese landscape painter. So, Wu Daozi was a landscape Chinese painter, 8th century Chinese landscape painter, who disappeared inside his last painting. The next one is Emperor Zhuangzong. He admired Daozi's painting, but he was not active participant in it. The next one is Quentin Mestis. He was a 15th century Belgian blacksmith who changed his profession to become a delicate realist painter and marry the woman he loved. Now coming to the detailed summary of the lesson. So the chapter is a comparative study of European and Chinese painting. It touches upon various subtleties of reality and art. Art is one of the forms of expression, like poetry, music, and dance. All these forms of expression have an abstract nature as they can't be defined and have to be felt or experienced. So it is the nature of the abstract, that it can't be defined but have to be felt or experienced. So the chapter has three important areas of discussion. The first one is anecdotes. So anecdote means a short story, interesting story about a real person or an event. So anecdote related to Chinese and European paintings and Taoism, and how one of the philosophical doctrines of Taoism called Shen Shui is reflected in the Chinese painting. So you all have must heard about Shen Shui, the concept of Shen Shui. So Shen Shui literally means mountain water, which when used together represent the world landscape. It reflects the Taoist view of the universe, which includes more than two elements of an image: yang, which is the mountain; yin, the water; and the third element, the middle void, where the two interact. So this was a concept of Shen Shui. So the 8th century Chinese emperor Zhuangzong, he ordered a painter named Wu Daozi to paint a landscape. When the painting was ready, the emperor was invited to appreciate it. He enjoyed looking at the forest, high mountains, waterfalls, clouds, men on hilly paths, bird in flight, etc., depicted in the painting. But the painter was not satisfied, and he invited the attention of the emperor towards a cave in the painting, inside which the painter said resided a spirit. So the painter said that there resided a spirit. So the painter clapped his hand, causing the entrance to the cave. Then the painter clapped his hand, as I said, causing the entrance to the cave. Then the painter said, the inside is splendid. The inside is beautiful beyond any words can convey. Please let me show your majesty the way. The painter entered the cave. So now the painter, he entered the cave and he disappeared. The cave door closed in the painting and the painting disappeared from the wall before the emperor could move. So, a 15th century Belgian blacksmith named Quentin Mestis, he fell in love with a painter's daughter. So, before the story which I told you, that was one of the stories. The another is A 15th century Belgian blacksmith named Quentin Mestis, he fell in love with a painter's daughter. Knowing that her father would never accept him because of his profession, he secretly entered the painter's studio and painted such a realistic fly on the artist panel that the master tried to swat it. So that fly seemed so realistic that the artist panel that the master tried to hit it, swat it before he realized that it was not real. So the painting seemed such realistic that the artists were trying to hit it before he realized that it was not real. So Quentin was accepted by the master as an apprentice and married his beloved and soon became famous for his realism in painting. So such stories as about Wao Daozi are common in China's classical education. It was through such stories that great master made abstract concepts concrete. So, it was through such stories that great master made abstract concept look real or definite. It means concrete. Such tales reveal that art has an inner life, meaning, or soul. Only when one is able to see that inner life can one understand its true meaning. The emperor had appreciated the painting only from what he saw. He could only see the body of the painting, whereas the painter tried to show him the soul, the inner life and meaning of the painting. Similarly, Quentin Mistis, he signified illusionistic likeness in European painting. So, illusionistic likeness means a technique of using pictorial methods to deceive the eye, to trick the eye. So, in illusionistic likeness, what happens? It's a technique of using pictorial methods to trick the eye. So, it was such a wonderful painting. So, the same holds good for the story about the frightening likeness of a dragon to a real one, which prevented a Chinese painter from drawing its eye, as he felt that the dragon would see him and attack him. So Chinese paintings are based on the philosophy of Taoism. So you will see what are the basis of Chinese paintings. So the basis of Chinese paintings are based on the philosophy of Taoism. Tao means path or way, the two way into mystery of the universe. The emperor may rule over the territories. The emperor may rule over the territories, but the artist alone knows the way within. Life has no meaning unless we undertake the inner spiritual journey. When Wu Daozi said, "Let me show you the way," he meant that the way to the inner meaning of an art or mystery of the universe. So this is the spirit of Chinese painting. So they are based on the philosophy of Taoism. So when Wu Daozi said, "Let me show you the way," he meant that the way to the inner meaning of art or the mystery of the universe. So the Chinese painting, this is the spirit of the Chinese painting. They do not reproduce an actual view, but use a real landscape to say something more through their paintings. A Chinese painter therefore wants the viewer to take plural viewpoints to enter into his painting and travel in it. He wants our active participation not only physically but also mentally. His landscape is not a copy of a real landscape. It is a representation of an inner reality, a spiritual and conceptual space. So, students, what Taoism is? So, according to Taoism, the universe is composed of two complementary poles that are yin. Yin means feminine and yang means masculine. So, the interaction of these two energies, yin and yang, makes the universe. Their meeting point, called the middle void, also holds great significance. Though it is often overlooked, this can be compared with the yogic practice of pranayama. Breathe in, retain, breathe out. The retained part is the middle void. where meditation occurs. This void is essential, nothing can happen without it. So in Taoism, a landscape is Shen Shui. Shen means mountain, Shui means water. So however, it doesn't represent a landscape. It is the Taoist viewer, it is the Taoist viewer of the universe. To understand Chinese painting, one must understand Taoism. So the mountains and water in the Chinese painting are representative of Shen Shui, and the unpainted space is representative of the middle void where the interaction between the yin, masculine and feminine, yang takes place. Man is the medium of communication between the two complementary poles of the universe, and you can see his presence too in the Chinese painting. So that was all about the lesson, landscape of the soul. So the fundamental notion of Taoism is that this universe is composed of two complementary poles. Yin means feminine and yang means masculine. So the interaction of these two energies, yin the receptive and its counterpart yang the active, makes the universe. So that was all about landscape of the soul. So the writer here contrasts Chinese art with European art by recounting two stories about Chinese art and one story about European art. So that was all about the lesson, landscape of the soul. Thank you.